Okay.
Now, what we do is every average point of eye level above that, we increase your stats by 0.1%.
Right. So
So
every 10 item levels is 1%.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have an average item level of 900, which no one will,
Right.
because that's like you have legendaries in every slot.
Hey guys, Fiveshot here. What you just saw was a throwback to the promises of what PvP would be like in Legion. And this honestly was one of the things that helped me make the decision to purchase Legion and keep playing WoW. Because having two jobs makes it difficult to, just it just makes it difficult. So, I was considering quitting. Once they announced this, once they told us about, PvP was going to be more skill based, more about just picking it up and playing it. I was happy because a game that I can pick up and have some casual fun. It's great for me. But as you all know, this isn't the case. There now is 50 something talents for the artifact powered for the artifact weapon, and basically required to be competitive in PvP is basically what it is. Now, I don't have an issue with grinds or making content or rewards harder to achieve. The issue I have is the way Blizzard has structured the artifact knowledge system. They made it like the worst way of making rewards harder to achieve. Because everybody's been crying about, PvPers getting free gear. That's fine, and it is pretty valid if they're just able to, surpass people in PvE without doing anything. But now that we have this leveler, this equalizer, this great equalizer. Let me first get into what artifact knowledge is. Artifact knowledge, if you don't know, I mean, most of the people, you guys know what it is. It increases the rate at which you receive artifact power from various rewards and activities. This allows you to reasonably get those talents that, with each consecutive one, get exponentially higher in artifact power cost. Basically, the system is supposed to be a gradual progression for you and your character. I would be very happy, like, fine, keep the system for PvP, but implement another way you can get your artifact power. Make it like make it a grind or something, make it, a lot of gold. The reason you know me, you've known my videos for a long time. I'm the biggest advocate for making content harder and rewards harder to achieve and having, only, a certain amount of people have certain stuff. Like, back in vanilla, if you had an epic, oh my god, you're cool. You have epics. But now, for raiding, legendaries and specific ones and artifact power are required. Um, but say somebody is starting out right now on just their first character in Legion. They have no way to reasonably get up to artifact power 40 without months of waiting. Not even grinding. Sure, you can purchase artifact level 20 with order resources. I'm pretty sure you can do that. I don't know. I've only done it on alts, so maybe if your main hasn't, I don't know the rule between that. Even if you can purchase artifact level 20 with order resources, which, by the way, you need to continue to 40, and also for class hall upgrades. Geez, they require a lot. Um, Even if you can purchase that artifact level 20 on your first character, this still has you 20 levels behind. So if you're 20 levels behind, that's at least 40 days if you research every time it's up to get to artifact knowledge level 40. So what's the problem with this, you say? Well, people like to do something called PvP. All right, and Blizzard had, right when they launched Legion, or right before they launched Legion, they said they wanted to separate PvP a little bit more. Have modifiers for the spells, templates, all that jazz. And they said, like Holinka said, there's going to be a 10% difference in the max geared person and the non-max geared person. Blizzard has even said, even before that, many people play WoW a variety of ways. But, here with the way they're structuring this artifact knowledge, is that they're catering to those who just have been here in the expansion from the start and just log in for 5 minutes every other day. Here comes the problem for PvP. In PvP, to be competitive, it's necessary to have most, if not all, of your artifact talents, including a deep, deep one. This is just the first one you require. There's a lot, including a deep, deep one that gives you 10% more damage and 10% more health. That's insane. It's not even on your weapon. There's like a side thing that just is added on later. So it's really deep in there. And there's even more that are deep. One that's got a really insane proc, and it's just a lot of other stuff. You got another dragon in there. There needs to be a way to grind your artifact knowledge level without having to wait this artificial barrier of time. Or they could just simply enable all talents in PvP situations, which, I mean, I'd be cool with that, but a lot of people wouldn't like that because, I don't know, people like to be better than other people. I don't know. But in any case, this is horrible for alts, and if you enjoy alts. Sure, don't make it 100% easy to get max item level for PvP, and maybe keep that 5 to 10% difference for, the people between, just hit level 110 and, fully raid geared out. But the artifact weapon has way too much of an impact for PvP. And, people tried stopping them, but they did not listen. Like for me, like I get discouraged now to go on an alt because I know I'm just automatically at a bigger disadvantage than just my gear. The game is making me feel worse for wanting to play more. And that's, in order for them to achieve that, they've got to be doing something wrong. It's horrible. I mean, it's just one of many things discouraging me from playing WoW at this point, but it's a major one. It's a huge one. I mean, other things are like, healer imbalances and random BGs. I mean, it wouldn't be such a big thing if Blizzard allowed my paladin to switch to heals, when they have 3 healers and we have none. But, you can't. People say, oh, the queue times will increase. Well, yeah, but not that much. Is it worth it? Like, oh, my precious queue time is 5 minutes sooner. Well, then you go into there and you spend 20 minutes, having the other team have 50 honorable kills to your 4. Is that honestly, like, is that worth it? I really don't think so. But oh, and also I was talking about earlier, the stat system, templates. They put in this really cool system for PvP, so you don't have to worry about it. It's way easier for them to balance, but the stat template system is honestly really good. They also have PvP modifiers for spells, and it's honestly a great system if they actually utilized it. They aren't changing things half as often as they should. All of this is, why I'm now drawn more to other games like Overwatch or Rocket League. It's not just about how quick I can play a session, but it's the feeling that I don't have to spend months to be able to just compete. The whole reason they implemented this, non-buying gear for PvP and stat template system is so that they can kind of smooth out the variation between people's power levels in PvP, but they still kept that. I mean, which they should have still kept that item level thing where if you did the biggest raids or are the best PvP or you had a little bit of something extra. But the artifact weapon, my God, did they fuck up with this? Like, unbelievably. It's insane how much it dictates. And they also have to do other things like I don't know, updating a lot of the systems, scoreboard, AFK prevention, a lot of there's just so much. Like, just look at Overwatch. Look at Overwatch. You have better communication with your team. You got voice chat. I don't know why they can't implement that with WoW. It really doesn't make any sense to me. It would be a lot better. Yeah, sure, there'd be the trolls, but I mean, you get trolls in Overwatch, and would you want to play Overwatch if it just never had voice chat? It's optional. You can opt out of it. I don't know. I mean, it seems every expansion they do one step forward, 2 steps back, and they never they'll hear our concerns on certain things like character models. Yeah, they were getting pretty ugly as times were continuing, but the really important stuff, it's just being shoved to the wayside, at least for PvPers. and I know PvPers aren't the biggest population in WoW, but they're the second biggest. I mean, what do you got? You have pet battlers in third or something like that, but but there's still, I mean, you log in, you can queue up for a BG. There's people playing. This is a game that's 12 years old, and people are still casually doing the unrated matches, you know. So it's not as if it's a minuscule population to where we don't need to be acknowledged. I'm fine with them not adding any new battlegrounds. The brawls are cool. I like that idea. I just wish they didn't, you know, have one brawl for the entire week, and then the next week you're like, oh, no brawls this week. Gotta wait a week. I don't know. I'm ranting now, and I've realized a lot of the shit I said is, you know, probably stupid, but I don't know. That's how I feel sometimes, you know. Sometimes you just gotta let loose. I will be putting out some more videos of WoW PvP, despite what I've said here, because I still have fun with my friends, regardless of the issues the game has. So, I hope you guys have a nice day, and stay cool. It's warm out there. Bye. He's like healing the full with nothing. I just lay on hands. I say he's healing the full as I lay on hands.